I would love Matthew Judon on the New York Jets. I would. I know everybody keeps saying we have Hassan Reddick. We don't even know if Hassan Reddick is going to be a Jet.
Judon for Reddick swap.
I do that. I mean, at least right now, Judon would probably go into the season and live out that contract. I think because he would love to stuff it to the Patriots. But obviously, Bill Belichick had him and kept him in check. I think that was the whole thing. And now Bill Belichick is no longer with the organization. And Matt Judon now knows that Jerod Mayo, a linebacker himself, who was a successful linebacker before the injuries really started to pile up with him, he's now running the show. And I just think that Matthew Judon thinks that he knows more about the position, knows more about this defense than he does. And he doesn't want to be there anymore. I think right now the Patriots are rebuilding. I think that's something that Matthew Judon sees, that he is the guy. He's the best player on this defense. He's the best player on this team right now. And he wants money to stay there, and they're not paying him. So he wants to go elsewhere. Plus, Matthew Judon hasn't won a Super Bowl. He was over there in Baltimore, never got a chance to win a Super Bowl. He's now with the New England Patriots, never got over the hump, never won a Super Bowl, maybe because of the quarterback play. So this is a guy that wants to get a chance to win a Super Bowl. He's 31 years old. He's at the tail end of his career, just like Hassan Reddick. They're the same age. Hassan Reddick wants to win a Super Bowl. He knows his best chances of winning a Super Bowl probably is with Aaron Rodgers, but he also wants to get paid. And it's all about money. This is probably his final contract for Hassan Reddick and Mayo. What do they have? 3 more good years, maybe 2 at best if they stay healthy. And again, Diana Rossini, we all know about her. She said some interesting things about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers can't stand her. Aaron Rodgers can't stand Adam Schefter either. So there's a lot of players in the league that can't stand Diana Rossini or Adam Schefter. But these guys, or these 2 people, are very well respected as analysts throughout the professionalism when it comes to the NFL, because these guys come out with these stories and they start to grow legs. I think right now the Patriots are in a change, in a transition. And if I was Robert Kraft right now, I would give a short leash to Jerod Mayo. If Jerod Mayo does not have a 500 season this year, a 500 year, I'd fire him right off the bat. And I bring in a guy, a very well-respected coach in the league, a guy that's looked up by the players, a guy that's won. Because if you don't do that, Jerod Mayo is going to lose this team. Because Bill Belichick, you say whatever you want about Bill Belichick, how he was nasty, he was dictating. Every single player, ex-player we've had, or executive that we've had on this show says that Bill Belichick was very well respected around his players. And a lot of people have said that he's a very funny guy, that what we saw is not what we got in the locker room, what they got in the locker room. So it's a shame that the way the organization is transitioning is, and I know there's a lot of Patriot fans that listen to the show. You can't be happy hearing that your best player in Matthew Judon is not happy with your new head coach. And that says a lot about the transition of this team. And this team is rebuilding now. They brought in a new GM that's running this organization, and you're bringing in a new coach, new executives. And Robert Kraft is still there, but you've heard some rumblings that the Kraft family might be interested in possibly selling the team. And if that happens, this could be a real big transition. We have seen ownership transition, and that's ruined organizations for the worst. And this is an organization for many, many years that were really, really bad in the AFC. If you remember, before Tom Brady, before Bill Belichick, before Bill Parcells, this is an organization that was really, really bad, that never could get into the playoffs. And when obviously Robert Kraft took over this team, he knew that he needed to change this team, the winning mentality, if you watch the dynasty. So I think right now Matthew Judon doesn't want to be there. He does not like Jerod Mayo. I'm sure there's a lot of players on that team, veteran players, that do not want to listen to Jerod Mayo. And remember, there are players that have played with Jerod Mayo or played against Jerod Mayo in the past that are on that team right now. So why would you listen to a guy that's been out of football for 5 years, and you played against the guy and maybe you didn't like him?